Life is like a Rubik's Cube. In this video, you will understand why. Hi, this is Vasudevan, author of Follow Your Heart, Your Brain is Stupid. This channel is dedicated to those who wish to take charge and to create for themselves a life of freedom, joy, and happiness. In this episode of the Heart to Heart Chat series, Arun shares with us how the challenges that he faced in his life made him realize that our life, like a Rubik's Cube, has got multiple dimensions, and we need to focus on each of the dimensions simultaneously to achieve true fulfillment. Let's hear what he has to say. Hi Arun, welcome to my chat show. It is absolutely wonderful to have you here, and thank you very much for accepting my invitation.
Nidhi, the pleasure is mine, and thank you so much, Vasu. Nice to meet you, nice to see you.
Same here, and I must thank Vipin for getting us connected, right?
So it's all universe. It's all universe.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
For a reason, yes. True.
Viewers, we have with us our extremely special guest, Arun Prabhu. Arun is an IT professional, and he's also an management graduate. He's an IT entrepreneur by profession, and an author, a coach, a theater artist, and a movie maker by passion. He calls himself a nomad in search of answers to existence. I happened to speak with Arun and had a chat. He shared a little bit about his journey, and I requested him, would you be willing to come and join us in this chat show, and he agreed immediately. Arun had gone through some challenges in his life, in both in the professional as well as in the relationships, but he is a fighter. He did not give up. He fought back, and today he manages an extremely successful IT company. He's built those good relationships. He is an author. He's authored 2 books. And the names of the books are Count Your Chicken Before You Lay Them. A very interesting title, I must say. I must read it. Arun, I will definitely read that book. And the other book is Niharika. And he has got 3 other books in the pipeline. So I'm just waiting to read all of his books.
Thank you so much.
And he's also a coach. He's into theater and he's into movie making. A absolutely multifaceted person, I must say. Arun, and me as well as my viewers really cannot wait to listen to your amazing comeback story. Over to you.
Thank you so much. When you said fighter, you know what? There's a story that Robert was chasing a guy, and that the guy was running, and ultimately he, came across a wall. So now he had no choice.
Right.
He couldn't climb the wall. So the only choice which he had was fight back. So when life, throws challenges at you, you have only 2 decisions. Either you die or you fight.
Right.
So when you say that I am a fighter, obviously I'm thankful to universe for throwing me so many challenges, and the spirit of living was inside me. I said, no, never say die again. So that is what made me a fighter anyways. And we all are fighters. If you see, the total creation is about, fighting for survival, fighting for existence. It is said in Africa, a heron runs and a leopard runs. One runs for his life. The other also runs for his life, because if he's successful, then he survives. If the deer is successful, the deer survives. So anyways, coming back to my life is, yes, I'm so grateful that life had thrown so many challenges at me. Obviously, when I remember Charlie Chaplin's saying that, I think so, he said that life is a, tragedy in close shot and a comedy in long shot. So when I was facing those challenges, it was a tragedy for me. I always cribbed. I always said, why God, why me? Of all the people, why all those challenges to me? But today when I go in hindsight and when I see, I say it was needed. It was needed. Because the person with what I have become today is all because of all the challenges and all the people who acted the challenges for me. When many a time we say, yeah, that person did wrong to me, this person did wrong to me. No, they acted on behalf of universe to challenge me. That's why I love theaters so much, is because in theaters, there is no bad guy or a good guy. The characters are given their own roles to do. So that taught me forgiveness.
That's
That
a great,
these people
great
came into my
perspective,
life.
Arun.
It is. See,
Yeah.
that's what made me forgive people, because they are not bad people. They did because they were instructed by the universe to do, and vice versa. See, some people will do the same thing in their life to make their life better, because we all are lazy people. If we don't have challenges, we will never do anything.
Right.
We do because there are challenges. So somebody has to challenge you, whether a positive challenge or a negative challenge. Generally, we are, it is said that we are driven by either dream or fear. They are, two sides of the same coin. So either you do something because you have a dream, or you do something because you fear. You go to office because you have a fear that if you don't go to office, your boss will yell at you. You won't get these salaries. Your salaries will be deducted, so you won't be able to pay the EMI. You will be thrown out of your house. The landlord will scream at you. So every day what we are doing is we are running out of fear, like the deer. The deer is running out of fear because he has to run, otherwise he'll get killed. There are very few people who run after their dreams. It's a challenge running after dreams, because no one motivates you to run after the dreams. It's like the leopard. The leopard is running because he wants to eat the deer. Fine. The challenge is the deer has to survive every day. The leopard has to be lucky only once. The dreamer has to be lucky once. The fear guy has to live in fear all his life. And this is what I learned from life, and said, no, Arun, live your dream.
Perfect.
So that's my perspective of life. And that is why I try to do everything what I want to do.
But tell me, you did share with me about your business had a setback. What was the trigger that made you fight back? Because many people will just give up. When the business does not work, they say, okay, I'm not made for business. Probably I'm not lucky, etc. So what was your trigger? What made you fight back and said, no, I will not let this go? And you fought back, and it's a fantastic comeback story for you. Yeah. So what was that trigger, Arun?
The trigger, if I look behind, if I look in my hindsight, what triggers me today also is only one thing, that I don't want to die a failure. I would rather die that he died. I would die a martyr than a runner. So always I had that only one thing in my life, ki nahi, Arun, when you die, people should say you fought back and died, and not that you ran away. So every time when I face challenge, and maybe this was all for a reason, because let me tell you where it all started. Because I was a very, very studious guy. Studious in the sense, no, I have a very sharp memory. I was not studious in that sense, but I was always topper in my, school. I was a gold medalist in my college. Then I started a job, and as management, criteria say that, okay, do this. So I had all the ticks. So in my job, I did well. In 4 years, I almost, my salary was 4 times. So success was always there. Then I said, no. At the peak of my job, I started business. I said, business karna hai. Okay. My director said, yeah, why are you leaving? What is the salary they are giving? I said, no, I want to start my own business. My director said, oh, okay. If you want to start your own business, I can't stop you. Then I started my own business. Within 4 years, I rose, a 26-year-old lad having his own car. When his friends were driving motorcycles, I was eating in 5-star hotels. And 26 years, so arrogance was there. And then my business collapsed, because I didn't know how to handle finances. But again, as they say in management, that try, persistence is the key. So I started all over again. And within 5 years, again, we had one of my successful business. It was flourishing well. Then again, I had a setback. Now that reason was different. But this time I, actually, did some introspection that why is it that when I'm doing everything right as per the, management gurus, which they say, why am I failing? And that is when I started reading good books. I started going to seminars, workshops. I started taking the other perspective, which we are not taught in schools and colleges. And that is when my perspective to life changed. And then I started, penning down my thoughts on Facebook. So Facebook में क्या होता है कि if you have one like, you get very much excited. So you think, okay, there is someone, that's great about social media is that they have less hate buttons and more like buttons and love buttons. So you don't have any choice. You have to either like or, love. So, but that's what inspired me that, Arun, you do write well. And that catapulted me into the arena of becoming an author. So I wrote my first book. Nobody wanted to publish it, so I self-published it. But yes, since it was written, as you say, follow your heart. Since it was written by, my heart, it touched people. Right. I got good reviews from anywhere from a 13-year-old kid to a 70-year-old guy that this book touched me, and it gave me an inspiration to fight back again. And I said, wow, Arun, your life is successful. At least you did something in your life. And that is what catapulted me into a next arena, which was writing books. So then I did my research on law of attraction and why this happens. Is a long story. But anyways, the answer to your question is, do we have a choice? No, we don't have a choice. We have to fight back.
Right. Absolutely. Wonderful. So your interest in theater and movie making, was it something which was right from the beginning, or did you develop this along the way?
It was from the beginning. When I was in college, I participated in theaters and a documentary film was also made. I was from Central School, and Central School we had that youth parliament contest where we had to enact a parliament scene. I got the third prize there, and that is what told me. And I used to go into participate in many of the curricular activities like drawing, painting. Everywhere I used to say, I have to be there. But that after school, college, this idea dropped. I never thought of acting or going into theaters. But then when I did my introspection, what I found was that in schools and colleges we are always told to make your career. Fine. But what I realized is life is like a Rubik's cube. When you start, when there's a newcomer who starts solving the Rubik's cube puzzle, what he does is he goes after one color and tries to create that color. Correct? And once he makes that color, then he finds out that all the other 5 colors are destroyed. They are not in tandem. So he thinks, now let me make the other color right. Say maybe agar green is one reference point, so he goes to now correct the yellow part of it. But then what he finds is the moment he tries to change the yellow part, the green color gets spoiled.
Correct. Yeah.
So what he does is he says, okay, fine, I solved one color, now so let it be that only. Now this same thing happens in life. We start our career by running after money, career banana. We have to make career. I have to grow. I have to become vice president. This, blah, blah, blah. And suddenly he finds that his other 5 colors have been destroyed. What are those 5 colors? Those 5 colors are finance is one which we are running after, but the other colors are, one is your person, you as a person. Second is your family and friends. Third is your creativity. Fourth is your social. What is your social, what do you give back to the society? And fifth is your spiritual side. Now, when you see and find, and you go to a person who's a champ in solving Rubik's Cube, what's the world record? It's, I think so, 4.5 seconds.
Yeah.
4.5 seconds. I'm surprised. 4.5 seconds. How can this guy, 4.5 seconds, I can't even, check which colors to solve. And he has solved it. So there is a rule to it. The rule is that you don't solve one color, you solve all colors in tandem. So you give equal, I won't go into solving the Rubik's Cube, discussion here. But the crux is this, that you don't focus on one color, you focus on all, and there is a system to it. The moment you become expert in that system, everything falls into place, which means if you give equal importance to, give time to yourself, give time to your family and friends, however busy you may be, give time to your creativity, it is a must. Your creative side should always be on, because we are living in a logical society. Your business is logics. Your everything which you do is logics. And logics is not in sync with the way universe works. Universe doesn't work on logics. Fine. So how to attract the universal, benevolence or universal vibrations? It is through creativity only. So your creative side, what do you give back to the society? You don't give back to the society when you have ample. You give back to the society when whatever you have today. I say, if you have 10 rupees, can you give 1 rupee back to the society? That attitude should be there. And fifth is your spiritual self. Who are you? What is your existence? Like I said, a nomad searching for answers. We should also give time to our spiritual side. When you do this in tandem, you'll be surprised that universe actually, becomes more benevolent. You actually start attracting abundance. So that was one which I was always, in my book also tells about that. So getting into the creative side, I went into public speaking, storytelling, and slowly, since I always wanted to make a movie, universe made me push into the theater arena, and now I'm loving it.
Wow. I must say, Arun, your analogy of the Rubik's Cube to the 5 dimensions of our life, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. I'm going to note this down, for my personal thing. Viewers, I'm sure you would have also liked that analogy. It's something which when you introspect, you'll know, okay, yeah, this is what it is. It is not about just money. It's not just about relationship. It's not just about spirituality. It's a combination of all this that is going to give you the real fulfillment in life. Yeah. Arun, a question. Some of our viewers may want to connect with you on various aspects. Could be the law of attraction, or they want to learn more about, say, theater or movie making. Are you fine if they reach out to you?
Yeah, absolutely. We do connect. See, I do workshops on law of attraction. I do mentoring, coaching, and we have theater workshops also, public speaking, storytelling workshops also.
Right.
I also have my channel where I guide about how to make your life better. I challenge anyone and everyone that it takes only 21 days to start any change in your life and 90 days to start seeing the effects. I challenge anything, whether it's disease, whether it is you have a challenge with finances, you are into debts, you have a relationship challenge. I challenge you 21 days, guaranteed. You do as is being told. You will see the benevolence. Benevolence is always there. It's only we have shut our door. That's it. So you have to just open the door. It's there.
Yeah. In fact,
so yes, anyone can connect with you.
Okay. Viewers, so I will be sharing the contact details of Arun in the description of this video. You can go through it and contact him for any other assistance or more information on the work that he's doing, right? And I agree with you, Arun, this 21 days and 90 days, I also refer to it in my book. I also told people, read the book 3 times. Don't read it once. It doesn't help. When you read the book second time, you get a very different perspective on the book. So that's great. Arun, before we close, what are some key messages, 2 or 3 messages that you like to leave with our viewers based on your experience?
Based on my experience, we have all eaten thali, So what's the difference between, when it's in India, we have we are very much fond of different types of thalis,
Right.
What is so unique about thali? Once you eat thali, you don't, want anything else. See, if you start eating Chinese, you say, okay, let me have coffee or let me have something else. But thali is a complete food. Why? Because thali has got everything. There is soft, there is hard, there is crispy, there is bitter, there is tangy, there is pickle. All types of experiences are there in a thali, and that is why we feel satisfied. Life should be like a thali. Don't be choosy about, I'll only eat sweet, I'll not eat that, I'll not eat bitter things. Everything comes in your life because it has a reason. It's an experience. If you experience bitterness, then only you can appreciate, sweetness. If you experience softness, then only you will, be able to face hardship, and vice versa. So I'll give you this analogy that, like when you eat thali, we are satisfied. Similarly, if you want to have a very satisfied, blissful life, take whatever comes to you with gratitude, because that has a reason, and do whatever you want to do. Don't think ki society kya kahegi, what the people are going to say. They are not there with you. You only live with yourself the whole life. What are you going to answer yourself when you die? When you die, would you die ki I had eaten the most beautiful thali in the world? Or you say, oh, I ate Chinese, but I wanted, if I could get some coffee or some ice cream, it would be better. What is it that when you die, every moment you don't know when you're going to die. If you're going to, when you die, do you have that smile of, that satisfaction of, I lived my best. So live your best. That's it.
Wonderful.
Forgive
Wonderful.
and forget everything.
The another very, very apt analogy about the thali. Lovely. I loved it. And in fact, just to add to that, as you said, in fact, the name of my channel is You Only Live Once. So live it, enjoy that life. We are not born to struggle through life. And then the other point which you made is very, very valid, that everything happens in our life happens for a reason. When we face setbacks or challenges, you have two choices. One is to accept that challenge, learn, introspect, fight the challenge, and come out victorious. The other choice is also there with you, that start blaming the universe, the God, our education, the environment, the government, etc., and face the consequences. Ultimately, the decision is ours, right? Wonderful session, Arun. I really loved it. Viewers, I'm sure you guys would have loved this session as much as I did. It was so much of learning from this session. And guys, if you got any value, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And Arun, once again, thank you very much for joining us today. It was a fantastic session. I loved it. Right? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and gratitude to you. Thank you so much for considering me. Thank you.
I'm honored, I must say. Viewers, see you then in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you.